Hello, 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 beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of You, and Me, and Her. When we last left off, Shinichi was being dense, and I'm vaguely distracted by something. Just listen for a moment. Let me mute my mic. Can't actually hear it as well. A moment ago, like right before I hit the record button, as I was taking a drink, a static spiked, and I can still hear it. Just a vague sense of static in the background. But for like maybe a second before I started recording, like I said, it spiked. It was a lot louder than before. But still, you can still hear it. At least I can. Odd. Very odd. So, yeah. With that distraction out of the way, let's get back into it, shall we? I'm back. There's some ice cream from Kawakami. Thank you. Now then, let's get going, shall we? Miyuki walks off, her eyes sparkling. She really loves catnip, doesn't she? We walk down by the river, enjoying our ice cream. It's so good. Red bean flavor was totally the right call. Never had red bean. And the funny thing about that is I can go down to a grocery store down the street from my house, like at least a decently large chain grocery store, and buy red, I don't remember what they're called, the actual name for them, but red beans, the kind that, is used in Japanese streets, and I've still never tried them. Oh well. Strawberry's pretty good too. They savor their treats side by side. Feels like deja vu. Miyuki, are you allowed to eat that on your diet? Oh, I quit the play. You quit? My senpai and I couldn't agree on what to do about the final scene, so now they're changing the whole script. Oh, Miyuki. It's awful. You practiced so hard for it. It's fine, really. So what if I missed out on the leading role? I have far more lofty ambitions than that. Lofty? Like in space? Or like the boss in the castle in Spyro 1? Never mind. Not that lofty, you doofus. Is he talking to Aoi or is he talking to me? It doesn't matter. No, way higher. 1,000 times higher than that. Miyuki gazes up at the sky. Somehow, she reminds him of Aoi. Man, this story really goes all out on that with the cat theme. Sure does, huh? Miyuki, you okay? Honestly? No, not really. As usual, Miyuki has a total weakness for cat stuff, and now she's drowning in a flood of cute. Don't you come here a lot, though? I do indeed, and I'll have you know I recently managed to stop passing out. That's disconcerting that you were passing out in the first place regularly. I hope you get a brain scan of some kind, an MRI, CAT scan, just something. Good for you. Let's just get this over with. We head over to the collar rack. Man, they have a lot to choose from. I'd recommend a breakaway collar. Some cats know how to get out of those very easily, and if you really want to collar your cat and not have a breakaway collar, and you don't think they're a choking risk if they don't crawl under things and they don't go outside, then you can get away with a regular collar. But a breakaway collar really should be your choice to go for, especially if your cat likes to crawl under things or squeeze into tight spaces, or they are an inside-outside cat or an outside-only cat. If they are an outside cat, I would not recommend getting a regular collar at all. I would only recommend having a breakaway collar and a chip, but that's, PSA from your friendly local shitty YouTuber. Yay! Man, they have a lot to choose from. They're so cute. The display case is lined with collars in all different sizes and colors. Some of them have embroidered ribbons, some of them are made of colored beads, some of them have frills around the edges. What do you guys think? How about this one? It's got a cute little heart pendant. Miyuki? Edu's a boy. Oh, right. Normally, she always keeps a level head, but when it comes to cats, man, she goes right out the window. Doo-doo. This one's good. Aoi picks out a collar with a bell. Oh, that's cute. I like this little touch. Oh, me too. On a closer inspection, the bell is shaped like a cat's head. That'll look great. That'll look great on him. Yeah, definitely. But don't cats hate bells? I think it varies from cat to cat. Yeah, pretty much. Bells were typically, and I think still are typically, used to warn predators, or prey rather, and there's people. There's a cat nearby, especially if you have a black cat and it's dark inside your house a lot, or you have a cat that is outside a lot. People would get bells to warn prey. But funny story that typically, once a cat has worn it for a while and they get used to it, they will figure out how to walk and stalk without causing the bell to ring. So it ends up being ultimately useless for the most part. There are some exceptions to this, and if a cat doesn't really have the choice to stalk prey much, then it's not really something to think about because they don't, or that they think about, so they don't really try to do it much. But it does vary from cat to cat. Again, more cat trivia with your friendly neighborhood this guy. Eddie can handle it. Don't worry. Well, I trust Aoi probably knows what she's talking about. Plus, Edu's been a bit elusive lately. A lot of the time he won't even come when I call. Bell would probably make finding him 10 times easier. Let's go with this one then. Got it. We pay at the register, then take our purchase. Meanwhile, Miyuki chats with the sales clerk. It's pretty clear from their conversation that she's been here dozens of times. You and the cashier seem to get along pretty well, eh? Well, I like to swing by whenever I have the chance. And apparently Aoi's a regular too. Didn't seem to recognize you, unfortunately. No surprise there. I'm just a nobody after all. I'm used to nobody remembering my face. I mean, it's only my second time shopping here. What? Really? Yeah, the first time was when I bought that hairpin for Aoi, remember? Oh. What's wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. Let's get going. Sounds good. Something about Miyuki's behavior struck me as odd just now, but oh well. Wait, huh? Where's Aoi? Right here. Whoa. She's sitting next to a beckoning cat statue wearing her kitty onesie. What are you doing? Aoi's pretending to be a beckoning cat. Okay, but why? Cats have the power to summon lots of customers, if you say so. Just then, on a whim, I grab one of the cat toys from the wall. Meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. She's really committed to this whole cat thing, apparently. This is kind of cute. Behind me, Miyuki swoons and crashes into a shelf. And again, doo-doo. Blurting out an apology to the sales clerk, the three of us hastily clean up our mess. Reminds me, a little anecdote for you. Reminds me of the store in Oblivion in Better Cities, the Better Cities mod in the Imperial City. There's a toy shop that has a block of, or that has building blocks shaped like, I think it's a castle, on a center table right inside. And because of the physics in that game, if you walk past the table and bump it, in the way that item and object blocks work in that, and the whole physics thing and whatnot, you ruin the entire display. Fun little anecdote for you. God, I should play Oblivion again. I haven't played in a while. But then again, I only own a physical copy of the Game of the Year edition, and my computer doesn't have a disk drive. And I'm not going to buy a fucking disk drive to play Oblivion. I also don't want to purchase it on Steam or GOG, or I don't want to buy it again. I don't know. Might have to use my old laptop and make an ISO to that disk or something. I don't know. Anyway, why don't you two go on a date or sometime? A date? The next day, I'm caught off guard by an unexpected question, by which I can mean you only, which I can only assume you mean going somewhere romantically. Do you guys do any coupley stuff? Well, hoping to dodge the subject, I look away. Awie's a fierce lion. Roar! Out of curiosity. Not exactly. I was hoping she'd say Gao. Coming in for a landing. Woo! Now it's Awie's turn. Aoi and Edu are playing together as usual. Awie's got his brand new collar on. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to mind the sound of the bell. I guess we don't really do much couple stuff. It kind of feels like we're just friends in a way. You realize you guys could have gone to Catnip without me, right? Oh. Come to think of it, the moment I suggested inviting Miyuki, Aoi looked a little disappointed. I knew it. I mean, not that I don't appreciate the invite, but next time you better take on an actual date, you hear me? Otherwise she'll get sick of your nonsense and cheat on you. Cheat on me? Psst, as if. I'm not joking. What? Is she actually serious? I think back to the rumor of Aoi being a slut. Miyuki, do you know something? I don't have any concrete proof, but when I was talking to the catnip clerk yesterday, they told me Aoi often stops by with a friend. A friend? Aoi and I have never visited catnip, just the two of us. Granted, the clerk might have mistaken her for someone else. Just thought I'd mention it. Maybe she came with some other female friend. I already asked around. She doesn't have any friends in our class, at least. There's gotta be some kind of misunderstanding here. I refuse to believe this. I don't want to believe it either. Can't imagine how we would do that sort of thing with no explanation. But as your friend, I felt I should tell you. Right. Thanks. But I could hear my voice waver. Interesting. Oh, right, the scene. Right. Well, it's time for a quick cut, because I thought the previous scene that I had stopped at the end of last episode, it wasn't the end of last episode, I thought that scene was cut, like, faded to black, and then this scene happened the next morning. It didn't. That scene happens now, which is an H scene, which means I'm going to pause the recording, and I will be back in just a moment. And we're back. I accidentally skipped ahead more than I intended to. I was checking an email. Yeah, it's a very short scene. I just didn't want to make fucking slurping noises into the microphone, because it's really not very long. But anyway, I gently push her off and stand up. Did I remember to start my alarm? Yes, I did. Okay. Aoi loses her balance and stumbles a bit. It's too early for me to get in the mood. How come? You haven't had sex at all since the first time. You not like me anymore? That's not the issue. And what is it? I don't know. I think I still love her. I think I still trust her. But my feelings just don't add up. Let's get ready for school. Doo-doo. Ignoring Aoi, I hop off the bed and start my morning routine. I feel far too disgusted and guilty to look her in the eye. Yeah, and that's sort of the end of it. Essentially, it starts, and then he's like, no, and that's the long and short of it. Heh. But yeah, I accidentally skipped to here as I was checking my email for an email I haven't fucking received. Anyway, complain. I'm home. I call out, but I get no answer. Everything's been totally fine up until now. So, why do I feel so restless all of a sudden? Hey, you here? Aoi. Hey there, Eru. Where'd she go? I mumble to myself while I play with Eru. I generally don't feel comfortable being too public about my relationships. And night falls? Something? So there have been plenty of days where Aoi and I left school separately. But thinking back on it, something about it bothers me. Aoi's not part of any clubs or anything. And I somehow doubt she has any close friends outside of Miyuki. So, what could she be doing right now? Aoi's home. The front door opens, and Aoi calls out. Eru jumps off the sofa to greet her. "Did you miss me, Eru?" "And for your dinner." "Welcome home." "Where were you?" "Went to buy milk." Aoi takes a carton of milk out of a corner store to go back. But the closest store from here, Yutaro's family store, is only about a 10-minute walk at most. It shouldn't have taken her this long. "What's wrong?" "Oh, it's nothing." "Shinichi?" "I said it's nothing." "Wait." Desperate, Aoi stops me in my tracks. "Aoi needs to talk to you." "Sorry, I'll have to wait." "Shinichi." I shake her off and go upstairs. She doesn't try to chase after me. I stare out the window. Blue glassman. I feel like this is missing some English. Oh, whatever. And the pale moon hangs over the dark canvas of the night sky. It reminds me of the night we consummated our love on the rooftop. I was so happy then. I sincerely couldn't have asked for anything more. And I believe she felt the same way. But that was then. Now, with each passing moment, we're falling apart. Are we even on the same planet anymore? Morning. Oh, hey. Morning. What's up? Something wrong? No, not really. Yeah, you didn't have a fight with Mako or something, did you? Got it. I hear Aoi's voice from the other side of the room. I look over to find her standing among a group of girls all gathered around Miyuki. Apparently, they're starting to see Aoi as a sort of class pet. Aoi knows the answer. Miyuki is an F-cup. Hey, how do you know that? Transceiver powers? What are they even talking about? Girl talk? The stuff of dreams. And girls' breasts are filled with hopes and wishes, you know. Please shut up forever. Anyway, I'm glad to see Moko back in class. Feels like she's fitting in more lately. Yeah. Are things not going well between you guys? We're fine. You sure? What do you want from me? I can feel my voice going up an octave. You want to say something to me? Then say it to my face. Well, it's just, I've been hearing some rumors about, Moko sleeping around. They're just rumors. My voice echoes through the classroom. Instantly, I can feel everyone staring at me. Shinichi? Aoi looks over at me, but I wave my hand to dismiss her concern. I will myself to calm down, then turn back to Yutaro. Sorry for shouting like that. Nah, it was my bad. Sorry. If I actually trusted Aoi, then I wouldn't have felt the need to shout in the first place. And this realization really stings. And I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, but I need to go to bed a bit earlier today. I have to wake up early tomorrow. I'm expecting a giant fucking delivery in the morning. Anyway, yeah, next time, well, what's going on? I guess I should tease a little bit more first before doing that. What's going on? Is there any truth to what Miyuki has said? Is there any truth to what Yutaro has said? Is this a Chekhov's gun moment with something that was said, quite early in the beginning of the visual novel and has been brought up since then? Or is it just a red herring and, well, a way to cause pointless dramas? Because, if I know, I can't really say anime or Japanese stories, but if I know certain genres of manga, and I have a decent knowledge of them, they like to use drama like that to, bump up readership and try to sell more issues and, cave to editor wants and needs. But they do use stuff like that to create unnecessary drama that ultimately leads nowhere because it's, those sort of stories are supposed to have happy endings. Well, is it that? Is it something else? Is it true? Is it a lie? Is it a lie? Well, find out the answer to that and more next time. I hope to see you all there.